So you've seen a new face on the panelists aside our guest speakers that were in. So we have so between you and Gabby, because they are you and Gabby, because they are just joined. So you and Gabby start. So the new face that we have on this panel is Honorable Gabriel Apia, who's a former NUCS Secretary for Education. Let's give it up for him, Gabby. Yeah, I've been seeing his pictures, his flyers on our business status all the time. So, and we have Chairman Dennis Opoku Boadu. I've added Chairman to it. But it's Chairman Boadu, but then Chairman Dennis Opoku Boadu. Let's give it up for Chairman. The founder of Chairman Boadu Cares Youth Activist, and he's a NUCS presidential aspirant for 2026 NUCS election. So we move quickly to our topics then. So thank you very much for joining us today, panels. I would like Director Tuis here. I've worried Director. I'll be texting him. Director, send a long message. Director, my NSS, I've done this. I'll go to his office, look for Director. But so let's give it up for Director. He's a comrade. All right. So we start with a little. Start from here. So we have some new faces here, so we'd like them to. So you and Chairman will start with us, yeah, because the rest have already spoken. So Chairman Boadu, a little about yourself in relation to student leadership, since from your portfolios you are now aspiring as a NUCS president. Let's pick it up from there.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Dennis Opoku Boadu, affectionately called Chairman Boadu. That gentleman from Achimkedi, Achimkwatino in the Eastern region. And then by God's grace, I'm here. Back in school, they say agenda. Yes. We started helping others, to become the leaders they want to be by training and support to them, trying to make them better, and then to see them at the top. Because we don't want the top to be lonely. As Blacko said, lonely at the top. But this time around, one man will do and finish. Yes. So it's always a pleasure to help other people to become better. And then we have responsible leaders so that you all know Jakba from Ghana, but we still stick to the song. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So one man will feed you and finish. So let's go to Gabby. Yeah.
Hello. I say Yenzin Komo. Why radar? Okay, so before I start, I want to make a pledge of something. Those of us at the front bench phoning in this program, I'm pledging that it should be a yearly program, okay? So those of us at the front bench, it's a front bench, what we are coming to do is that we are all going to pledge from now on to next year, Obian support financially so that we can extend to those not within only the metro, but outside the metro, Anta West, Impoho, Axim, so that we can even do it in two bases. Maybe one part will be here, the other part will be for those within Axim, Anta West, Nzema, Wasa, and all that. Please, if you agree with me, clap for me. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Because I see that we have to extend this kind of opportunities to the people down there, the people within those inter areas, because we have good people who are there who can also benefit from this. I have a brother here, Benji. Please, let's clap for Benji. Benji. So he came up with an idea that we should do something for TVET. So as the time was serving at the National Union of Ghana students as a Secretary for Education, I gave out to the region. What I did was that I organized NUC's sensitization on STEM and TVET, of which we had that program at Holy Child, their assembly hall. We called the students within the final year, that's the BC student. They came, we spoke to them. We had professors from TTU and other regional TVET and all that. They spoke with the people, and we've seen that aftermath of that, the way they chose their programs and things, considering their skills, became very, very important. So right now we are planning to make a 2.0 out of that program, trying to come up with another program of the same nature, but trying to be innovative this time around. Okay, maybe can blend it with aspects of maybe youth in employment or youth in maybe entrepreneurship or something. So basically, my name is Gabriel Apia. I'm from Efekumani site to be precise. I'm the deputy director for Ghana Youth Agency, Ghana Youth Assembly, sorry, and I also completed UCC. Currently working at the Ghana Gold Board, and I'm here for Yenzin Komo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gabi. So let's keep notice of that. He works at Ghana Gold Board. So there's gold, and where there's gold, there's money. So you go to him for money. All right, let's dive straight into this. We are talking about unlocking potentials, bringing it back to the region, because this is where the concentration is. It's secondly takrade. Now, what are some of the potentials that, we'll start with director on this one. Some of the potentials that, if unlocked, this region will be the best.
Okay, thank you very much. I think what I would say is that it is not specifically about a particular potential or not. Whatever the other regions can do, Western region, we can do more than that. But I always say that it depends on the opportunity. You see, one might be there, the person might be capable of doing something extraordinary. But ask yourself, how would the world or the society get to know that he or she is capable of doing this? It depends on the opportunity and the platform. I said this in my earlier submission that we have the capacity to do a lot of things, but we are always hindered or hampered by lack of opportunities. When the opportunity is given, that is where you are going to know that this particular person is capable of doing A, B, C, D. So first and foremost, we should look into that, giving the opportunity, creating the platform before we can even talk about unlocking that particular potential. Okay. Because without the opportunity, the person cannot prove him or herself. It is opportunities like this that is where we are going to, as it were, unlock the person's potential or capability. So I think more will depend on the opportunities and the platforms. When you give the person the platform or the opportunity and the person justify him or herself, that's where you are going to know that this particular person is capable of doing this or is capable of doing that. So much will depend on the creation of the opportunities and the platform. I think that is the little that I can say relative to this particular subject matter.
Okay. All right. So, Gabi, yeah.
Okay, so you were saying something about unlocking potentials.
Yeah.
Hello, I've been a teacher before, so always I want to center my discussion at the practical side. Me child Woodbridge, me child Reverend Gifion Sekendi. Nanya me adom true obi nam kopre mu akra. So let's take it from here. So how many of you here among the senior school students can play football or can dance, can sing, are interested in modeling or creative or content creation or something? Okay, good. Thank you. Again. So the guys, you can dance. I'm what at this school. Now me crack nadi. You remember on freestyle the time, you know. But how then? Were you dancing, singing, or you're a potential TikToker?
He's a rapper.
Rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So basically, we have to get the opportunity, but you have to identify your own self.
Okay.
Know what you can do.
All right.
Know what you have within. So if you know that you are good, you're a science student, granted, but you know that you are good in singing, you can start doing something on your own. We don't have to bombard the whole country with, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a science student, I'm this, I'm that. Whilst we have inner skill or something that we can do that can help us. In this region, we are very good in football. The youths are very good in football. Some of them too are very good in music. Please, among all of us here, who knows Tolide? Tolide, I was a colleague of a teacher with Tolide. We all taught at Woodbridge International School. I shared the same desk with Tolide. Tolide did not have that intention that, oh, today I'll stand up and become Tolide. And among all Ghana or global Africa, everybody knows Tolide. Tolide has stopped teaching. Now he's enjoying and having money in content creation. Right now, he has even taken the content creation to another level by taking some of the projects being started in the various communities and various institutions and talking about them. And people are really following. That is the important. Me, identify myself that I'm very good with political activism, student activism. So with that, I intended to gear my potentials or talent or everything towards that side. So you have to identify what you can do. In this region, if you know how to play ball, please connect to the various and division teams and all that.
Yeah, 11 Wonders is there.
Is it?
11 Wonders.
All of them. You get it? Please know what you have within and know how best you can add value to it. The opportunity will come when you are in the position to what? Have it or make meaning out of that opportunity. You get it? Thank you very much.
Okay, so picking it from the side where he's talking about taking opportunities, right? And director has also established the fact that they need to get the exposure. Let's come to the ladies. I want to come to her. Now, do we have to wait for the government to give us that channel? Because Gabby mentioned about someone that is creating content. Obi to them on a friend then why your boss no money juma no man na nkasa no phone no start it. So we are looking at this from the side that are they supposed to take the action themselves or wait for someone to help them? Because we are looking at how to unlock their potentials. Yes, so I want to take your view on that.
Thank you very much. So I think this question directly fall on my earlier submission, where I said that you do not have to wait for somebody to take the responsibility, you take the initiative. Similarly, it's in tandem with your potentials. Nobody creates an opportunity and gives to you. You have to avail yourself. You have to be willing. Intentionality is about the zeal to want to show up before people see and patronize it. So I do not think it is incumbent on any government official, any government authority to sort of provide you with jobs. That is in the preamble of we have voted for them, we've elected them, and then within the sphere of their duty, their mandate is helping our constituents to attain this and all of that. But beyond that, you are to take responsibility for your own self. Okay. So the government need not have to give you employment because most of the significant or essential things that we as a people, we as Ghanaians have benefited directly from is not the people that do the jobs of the government.
Okay.
It has been about the people who took initiative to sell tomatoes at the market, the one who took initiative to make a printing press around so that when you need something, you can directly go there. The one who took the initiative to become a cleaner, so that this environment is kept clean. So necessarily, I think that the opportunity to create jobs and all of that is not directly fixated on government officials or the government, but you as an individual takes the initiative.
Okay. Yes. The panels are very good because they are giving us points to talk about. Now, let's come to Isaba. In China, water crowd our town, good. You pray a shadi. Nyankopon so town to be where December Jesus over town. Now, she mentioned about barriers, right? Where you are supposed to take actions, and let's look at it from the side of barriers, because me right now, if I want to pick up something, I have ideas in mind, I want to polish it, make it work. Probably I will not have it smoothly. There will be barriers. Now, how do we tackle these barriers? Taking it from the angle where you went to UCC, started all these things, there were challenges. And now coming back to the region, seeing how things are done in the region, let's dive into these barriers. How do we go about it from funding, from going through places where you need to go so that people will see you? How do we fight it? All these things.
Okay. I think I'll be as practical as possible. One of the problems or barriers we face, you see, most of the times we are quick to say that, oh, our leaders are leaders. Let's bring it down. One of the greatest barriers I have seen that we suffer from is our parents. They are our number one barrier. And this falls down to mindset. Most of our parents think that there is a certain form of job that you need to do so far as they've put you through school. So anytime they are taking you through school, the mindset is, please, this is not to talk down on any profession. The mindset is, maybe no be a lawyer, or be a doctor, or be an engineer. I was listening to Dr. Elsie Kaufman when she's a professor, when she said that at some point, science students in Ukraine, show more ace, no more trying to medical field. Those who didn't really get full ace, then they take them to engineering. Is mindset. Maybe this person may have excelled really well in the medical field. While we were seated here, a young girl walked to me and said that she wants to be a journalist, but her mother said she should be a lawyer. And I'm like, oh, wow. Then you need to take the initiative yourself. So I was using myself as an example to her. I read science in Circle. And when I was done with school, typically, my father was expecting me to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a biochemist. So someone else came to lie to my father that, oh, teacher for me, see, go school now, training colleges now, buying post you. Please, how many teachers are crying that they've not been posted? I buying post you. So this was what my father said. So in his mind, UCCA, maybe the advanced your friends learning or whatever, or distance. So I could be home and still go to UCCA. I said, no, that is not what I want. By then, I had not fully discovered what I really wanted to do. Until one day, I realized that I have so much strength in speaking. So I started researching. It is our talent way, me the bed. Cause I had talent too. I kept, after 4 years, and I convinced my father that I wanted to be a journalist. And no crowd said, me a man tough forms na. Me tough forms. So yeah, my first admission myself. Before second year, Papa said, you are serious. Then they started supporting from there. So as our panelists have been saying, sometimes if you don't take the initiative, you will not get the breakthrough that you're looking from. Because in the environment we find ourselves, there are so many barriers. So what you need to do is that on daily basis, you need to keep fighting. Fighting by defending the cause. And Embrana Mebabeye, my first program in Takoradi, I went to offices and so many offices were shut down. The doors were shut in my face. Gabi, Embrana first Sporik program. I spoke to a very high-leveled person. I don't want to mention the person's name, but the person is, a politician and occupies a position in this our Ghana and is a minister. I went to this person and I said that, oh ma, this is what I have realized is our problem in Western region, especially in Shama, because I've lived about 9 years of my life in Accra, and I realized that empowerment, the reason we see that the people in Accra, Kumasi, or whatever, they are going higher than we are, is because there are a lot of empowerment. When I went to her or him and I spoke to this person and I'm like, this is what we want to do. We want to bring empowerment home. We want to speak to children. They need to understand certain things, to break down certain things. Do you know what she told me? Do you know how many people I take care of? You see, in one word, Where do you think I get my money from? And I'm like, the request was not to necessarily come and take money from you. It is, first of all, to get your advice and to also invite you to come and inspire these young people, because they also need to see and know that you didn't just get there, but this person gave me 115 reasons it is not possible and she was not going to get involved. So a lot of barriers are there. But at the end of the day, we didn't end the program. It still went through. And I'm sure we'll pictures or online.
Yeah.
So take the initiative and someone will help. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Taking the initiatives. Yeah, Champ. We'll come back to you on that. Chairman, now, taking the initiatives, right? When we are looking at that, we are not supposed to be there, and we have to take an initiative, all right? Now, let's bring it back to Western region. Western region. Concentrating on Western region, these are the youth. We are the upcoming future of Western region, right? Obi ojina onye so sa onye so omi en tobo boot in start in ko 11 wonders. And our director say. So what are some of the things that you look through the region, you see that okay, if individually we start doing these things, we can make improvements in making our region better? Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me give you a short business I was doing. When I went to Care University, first year, Castleman, and to do some business. So I was doing what we call Saturday market. I call it a Jum. I know that most students do not come from Kumasi. I also don't come from Kumasi, but hard guy, I have to do 1 or 2 research. So what I do is that I post flyers. Then you order the things you want to buy, maybe tomato steaks, you list them. Then you send the money to my Momo account. Then Saturday dawn, by 3 a.m. I have to leave to go and meet the women at Swami. Nobody know Kuma Swami, run about.
Yeah.
Where the women come. Then I go and buy them in baskets, in rubbers, then bring them back, come and sort them out, get silicone rubbers. And then after that, I get my profit and I have a lot to eat. The beginning was tough because, a boy doing this kind of business. And I found myself in Kunti, Unity Hall. Boys, they will start. How you're John, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Until a friend came to me for money to go and pay his school, I said, I won't give him because he's not serious. Yes. But through politics, I stopped. That's one thing I regret. But it was giving me a good sum of money. And I change my stew every Saturday or Sunday. I change my stew. So Friday evening, when the boys come from morale, I give the remaining stews to them to go in. Because I know that Saturday morning, I'll get fresh steaks, When I came to Takrade last year for the National Student Festival, I took time to tour the area a little.
Yeah.
Then we went to Anaji Beach, those areas, went there to sit down to watch. So I told my team that this place, they have a lot of nice places. Tourism, hospitality will be a good job. But it's going to take people who are ready to market it, to be able to break through. And I saw fishes here and there. I said, okay. I had a couple of ideas around it. And I was like, if I live around, these are some of the things I'll be doing. I tell young people that the opportunity is just around us. The beginning is going to be very tough, especially when you have some friends around you. There's one thing I've learned the hard way. If you're against my vision, if you're a negative talker, if you're a bad influence, no matter what, I'll cut you off. Even if you are the one who feed me, I'll cut you off. Because if you break through, you're going to have a lot of people saying congratulations. A lot. They know you, they'll be posting your pictures and other things. But the beginning is very, very tough. Sometimes you have to start small, looking at where you come from, the region. In as much as you're running your business, you're also projecting the region. The more you project the region, the more you create other opportunities. Because we all know that December in Tadi is one of the hottest moments. When I was in KNUSC, by force, I have to go and sew these ankles. A room of Bashiki, a friend of mine, by force. I came to a few Kuma and I was nearly beaten because I was talking to one girl. That's a friend, mutual conversation. The guys in the area said, hey,
I need you want girls.
you know,
Yeah.
you see, but and it was one of the best moments because by force you have to sew it. And the guy was like, I have to pay 400 cedis for that thing to be sewn.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
I was like, this small material put together, 400 cedis.
Now you go chuban small. You go chuban ba.
Exactly. It means that even those sewing them is their business. They know annually they have to cash out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have to do publicity and do those things.
Yes.
Even you have guys who are students who are not even, they didn't even learn fashion, but they learn how to sew that particular outfit.
Yeah.
And that champagne white shoe. I got to a few, somebody has got a sack of them, champagne white shoe. I bought what's your wearing? My new balance that you are wearing. They said, no, you have to wear the champagne white shoe. And by force, you have to buy. And at that moment, even they say 200 cedis, at that moment you are buying. And I was telling somebody that they need to even look for another festival for Easter and add it to their Christmas. And I believe that it was somebody's idea that we are all celebrating. And then during this period, people come and sell their food, come and sell their things, open other businesses. So we can come up with something. The beginning is going to be tough. For that one, I can assure you.
Okay.
It never is. But just start.
Okay.
Just start. Start something.
So
Start small.
start what Sherman is saying, that start something, look around you, whatever that is there, you obviously find something around there that you. So Gabi, make that quick.
Yeah, so
I have
to
another
just-
point for director.
Yeah, so just to wrap up, on the issue of the journalism and the lawyer, I want to say that society can make and not make you. This thing is coming from society. Do you agree? I say, Yenzin Komo, do you agree? Because, see, making a decision into the future is really centered on what you see around and the people you talk to. So we've spoken about mentorship. We've spoken about empowerment. Maybe that parent or that student, I don't know, maybe did not really realize that, okay, society can be a factor in this decision. Maybe the mom wants to see her or that boy to be a lawyer or a doctor, but deep within himself or herself knows that, oh, I want to be a journalist. And this is where my potential in this case, I told you I'm a teacher and tell you now, potential, what I say, like capacity, like ability to develop something within so that you'll be known or to be something big outside. That is potential. So you know that you are good in public speaking. Abna MC, intermediate program, I'm a Fabra, or Abna MC, Abna is this, Abna is that. So I know this is Abna's strength. You get it? So that is your strength. Make sure you develop upon it. That is your greatest tool or the potential that you have that can lead you. But always make a decision based on society. Society can make you. Society will catch the Abinitina or net Tassano, Wabroa, Injay. A just on a society I catch that. That's all I'm open up, Broma, Ake baby. Why didn't you ever say? So these are the disparities about society. So know society and know how you make your choices. Thank you.
All right. Know society and know how you make your choices. Good. Director, I want you to do a quick submission on this one. Now, we have the ideas. Okay. We are selling ourselves out. We have the numbers. We now want to collaborate with government, leadership in the society. Now, how should we go about it? Because most of the time, that is what the issue is. Like how Abena mentioned that a high rank government office holder, she went. We've also had a practical experience with that. So how are things around that side since you are coming from?
It will go a long way to help us, and it is entirely free. Government as a whole is implementing a lot of policies that will go a long way to shape our next generation of leaders. There's another one. There's a national apprenticeship program going on, and these are some of the things that the government is doing. And when I say government, I do not mean political party.
Yeah,
Government. As in, so it is even if it is NDC or MPP, as long as it is good and it will benefit the populace or the citizens, there's something that we have to encourage. Government is doing national apprenticeship program. That is something that is very wonderful. You are learning trade whilst you are being paid, as you are giving some stipends to cushion you, and after that you are going to be helped to establish yourself. Okay. And I think these are some of the things that we have to take advantage and get involved. There's a Jumora There is seed.
Yes.
Seed is a jumeirah for those of us in the tertiary institution.
Yes.
Those of us doing small business in campuses.
There's
seed.
Nkukon Kete.
Yes, there's Nkukon Kete.
Yeah, I think
those
I
of
follow-
us who want to venture into animal farming.
Yeah.
There's Nkukon Kete.
I follow John Dumelo on that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. There is NSS farming. NSS, we also